Hey, it's Tpok, and I'm back in A+. And I just finished the daily report, so now it's time for a Rendezvous in the Dark review. Tamed, huh? That isn't really funny. Jeez, lighten up, Hyune. It's not that Rendezvous in the Dark has no redeeming qualities, or that it fails as what it set out to do, but it's about Miss Hong, Neo-Confucian Ae-jeong, a troublemaking schoolgirl with the heart of ice, and her overwhelmingly generic upperclassman kill, Lee Tae-mi, who, for reasons of plot contrivances, end up chasing around and antagonizing each other for 2 long acts, until the end where Hong is naturally tamed and the two marry. Yeah, I kind of agree, that's not the right word. As far as this kind of mediocre play goes, it's the best I've seen, but the pinnacle of mediocrity is still mediocrity. The problem isn't that it doesn't tell a compelling story or have any cohesive themes, because it's not supposed to. It's designed to be broken up into short humorous scenes, each with the punchy conclusion so that they'll work out the context when performed in front of a private home audience as a form of disposable entertainment. See our editorial this month for a less cranky take on the changing demographics of the theater, ed. And it is disposable entertainment. This is a play that's supposed to be funny even if your mother-in-law is talking through half of it. Sorry. And, to its credit, it succeeds on that merit, but so what? Is that really the highest goal the theater has now? Is this truly the best use of the amazingly talented attorney troupe's time? Anyone who truly cares about art and theater will continue to be dismayed. With all that said, if there is one woman in the world who can sell the implausibly patriarch turning into a love-struck wife, and imbue the role with perfect comic timing, it's Ae-jeong, and Lee Tae-mi manages to own his character through sheer force of his own personality whenever he's on stage. Although unfortunately, lately his roles at the Silver Eternity's actual theater have been performed by understudies. I still don't understand why these were included, though. They're boring too. If you like this sort of thing, Rendezvous in the Dark is absolutely worth seeing. If you only go to the theater to leer at a beautiful actress, well, you can't go wrong with the ever-lovely Ae-jeong. More discerning audiences should stay away from the pale shadow of what the Silver Eternity used to be. 2 stars. Okay. Geez, so much cursing, even in politics. It's uncivilized is what it is. Let's formally begin day 9 of the debate on the Meritocracy Act. Is there any hope of this being the last day? Unless the council really is, quote, shit show, unquote, that President Park claims it to be, there shouldn't be any surprises. Everyone should be on the same page. Everyone had well better be on the same page. Are we really gonna have the word shit show in the council records? Yeah, it's hopeless. 3 more years of debate, can't wait. If we could focus, please. I understand that several councillors have amendments that they'd like to table. Very well, please refer to Appendix 201 for the text of it. Unintelligible. Order. Please continue, Councillor O. It states, essentially, that the meritocracy exams will run exclusively by a committee chaired by the president of Mogunghwa University, composed entirely of currently existing nobles, and that no person currently standing in the council will solicit, or engage in any improper relationship with a member of the meritocracy committee with the purpose of falsifying exam results under penalty of essentially being barred from the exam. As in, Queen Yuna would have ultimate oversight of the council. Oh. Wait, what? What does that even mean? Nothing. The definition of improper relationship seems to be impossible for a family member to fulfill, is that correct? That's correct. So, it's functionally useless then. Again, that's accurate. Great. I love it. Functionally useless is the best kind of function. Then what's the point? The point is, my entire goal proposing the Meritocracy Act was to create the appearance of radical change that's consistent with what President Park has proposed, in a way that won't actually change the status quo. Well, that won't change the status quo except for hanging anyone but the 8 families out here to dry. Hanging out nobles to dry, how barbaric. Yeah. Oh no, not this again. What the hell, Counselor Yang? Who really cares about the nobility status of the Kang or Han families? They're not here. Like, I get this concern. It feels like betraying nobles for the sake of peasants, and I don't like it either, okay? But this is pretty clearly the best way out of this problem. We could stand to lose some dead weight anyway. I don't really like the tone of that. Man, what happened to no surprises? We've been here for 9 days. Has it not been made clear that there are bigger concerns than the tone, Counselor Smith? I would think your primary concern is that we're able to pass a budget, Counselor. Yeah, it is. Are there any objections to including Counselor O's amendment to the Act? Only moral ones? Counselor? Sorry. Strike the amendment from the record. No. Then the amendment is added to the Act. Who else had an addition? I want to add an amendment that requires a member of each department to certify the exams. Various counselors and discernible interjections. Order. There will be order. Thank you. What happened to no surprises? Don't do this, Counselor. I'd like to second the motion for Counselor Kim not to do this to us. Ugh, don't you want to make it's unnecessary and transparent? That was not mute. The purpose of the Act is to be subtle, and that is hardly consistent with subtle. The rules effectively allow Maganghwa University to ensure that, as is anyway. Let's just move on right now, okay? Fine. Are there any other amendments that any counselors wish to table? Yeah, I actually do. It's co-authored by us. The text can be found in the appendices 191 to 192. The proposal is all meritocracy exams to be broken into several brackets, and for the counselor position to be awarded the oldest member of the top bracket. Does that really make a difference? What? Of course it makes a difference. Respecting elders is important. Yeah, absolutely. It's simply to ensure that someone can't take over a position just by scoring a few points better than one of us. There's some smart kids in my family. I'd rather not the position be lost to them just because of a 2-point difference, for instance. So, meritocracy wasn't meant to change anything then. How corrupt. Oh, okay, fair enough. Any objections? The item is added to the Act then. Any other proposed amendments? No? Could it be that the end is finally in sight? Finally, after 10,000 years of debate, it's time to vote. It's about time. How does the Council vote on the Amendment Act? The Counselor of Security is in favor. The Counselor of Culture is in favor. I still think this is a terrible idea, but I'll vote in favor. The Counselor of State votes in favor, but let the record show I'm not comfortable with it either. In favor? The Counselor of Justice is in favor. The Counselor of Captaincy is in favor. The Meritocracy Act passes unanimously after 9 days of debate. That concludes the agenda for this session. I'm personally going to motion the prorogue council until after exams are conducted, as soon as the act is signed by the President. As soon as it's signed is as soon as the smug jerk is choked on his shit-show crack. I'll second the Chief Counselor's motion. Assuming the act is signed with no problems, we'll reconvene after the meritocracy exam results are confirmed. See you in 3 months then. Let's go home, counselors. Council is dismissed. Okay. Back to the home screen. Nothing new in the inbox. Okay, so I gotta disable them and grab some more. I want those. I want to see photos. A video? More. Why can't I get all of this? Death of Old Mute. Can't get that yet. Actually, I can. I'll just go in order. Might as well. I hate the mornings after. I think is with the flower girl and Ae-jeong. What was the flower girl's name? Jin-a? Minna? Jin-a? Fuck yo family gatherings. Okay. That's gonna be weird to read. Yeah, Jin-a. Dear Diary, oh, I am so in love. I just got home and after I finished eating, I need to get to work. But right now, I gotta write all this down because, girl feelings. Girl feelings, I know what those are like. I don't think I want to know what that means. Yesterday, on our date together, A actually held my hand in public. I thought she was worried about being seen with me like that before, but I guess she changed her mind. And that was even before dinner. I mean, afterwards I wouldn't have been surprised because she insisted on us going through a lot of wine together. She gets really possessive of me when she does that. Please, my dear, I insist, she told me as she ordered the second bottle. Money might be tight these days, but it's worth it to see you get all giggly and affectionate. What? I don't even know what you're talking about, I said, but then I couldn't help but giggle. Oh, fine. What even is this? In the absence of men, do all women just naturally play married? I mean it truly, especially with how little I seem to see you lately, she said sadly. Well, we'll be able to spend more nights together once we're able to get a place of our own, right? I asked. I really can't wait until we can. If I could take her back to my home, it would be fine, but oh, no way am I sleeping with her with my parents on the other side of the screen. Getting a place of our own on the same deck is still the only option. I can't wait. Right, she said, and then took another drink. Why wouldn't she? Is Ae-jeong a North sleeper? Oh, Hyune. Afterwards, we went back to her cozy apartment behind the theater, and we drank some more. I pretty quickly got to the point in the evening where she could just not keep her hands off me, which, oh my gosh, I just still cannot deal with at all. Oh my. Maybe you shouldn't, you shouldn't be reading things like this, Hyune. You know, I stammered, if you keep being like that with me in public, all those fangirls who call you big sister are going to get jealous. My, are they now? She said in that super husky voice of hers that just totally makes me melt. Then she started to stroke my hair. I wish. Sadly, there's not many of them anymore. Single girls just don't go to the theaters these days, it seems. Good. I said, I want you all to myself. I do miss all the love letters, though. My, they would say the most flattering things. She teased me. Then she walked over to the futon and slipped out of her dress like it was the most natural thing ever. And oh my gosh, just every time I see her naked, I'm just so blown away. This is really too much. That gorgeous black hair resting on her soft, totally smooth, perfect curves, and those long legs and long fingers, and perfect, geez, I have to stop. I can't do her justice with all my babbling, but, she could do anything to me after seeing that, and she knows it. Well, I could call you that too, and, I know way more about what makes you beautiful than all those other girls did anyway. Do you? She said, staring at me, giving me that look. Good thing I was way drunk past the point of anything but blushing at the time, because that really would have done it otherwise. She just teased me for that too. Come here, she told me, gesturing. I had no choice but to do what she said. She undressed me quickly. It's her way of showing that she's in control, and I still get pretty nervous. I mean, really, I'm just terrified. What if she realizes just how much out of my depth I am compared to her? It's not as bad as it used to be, especially that the first time she saw my boobs, but oh my gosh, I just feel so aware of how gross and sweaty my body is, and how it's got little hairs where she's perfectly smooth, and how my boobs are tiny compared to hers, and I just don't know what she sees in me. I love her, and I know she loves me back, but I just don't get it sometimes. Is that normal for a girl's body mute? I don't know, okay? Why would you think I'd know that? But then she pulled me onto her lap and we kissed, and then we both giggled at how we tasted like the peach drinks we just finished off. Every time we do this, I just suddenly really, really want to play with her boobs, because oh my gosh, they are the softest. Then she gives me a look and I stop, but well, after a while I just couldn't get over how perfect her body is. This isn't just love-struck rambling. It really, really is perfect. I ended up kissing her neck, and even that was just so soft. I don't really know what came over me, but I kind of felt like biting her. What? That's weird. She's embarrassed and she thinks this is funny, which is funny. I think it's kind of funny, but embarrassing at the same time. I don't know, I feel bad about it now. I feel bad now, but I just felt like I really wanted to leave a blemish on that super perfect body of hers. And I guess, to show she was taken. I don't know, it's stupid and it sounds awful when I say it now, but I started out gentle and she let me, so I kept going. And I didn't even stop when she cried out. I didn't even think to stop. All I could think of when I heard that moan of hers was that, gosh, I wanted to hear more. But when I pulled my head back to look at her, it was really just, gosh, it really did stick out so much. Her complexion perfect and skin totally smooth in every other way, except for that big red blemish. I really wasn't prepared for this kind of detail. And knowing that it was mine, I felt like I really wanted to do it again, but then she grabbed me strongly and kept kissing me. Then she pinned me down and went at it more. I wanted to apologize, but she wouldn't even let me say anything. But I'm pretty bad at using words around her. I'm really glad we could have a relationship like this, because if I couldn't kiss her, I don't know if I could her ever really. I don't know if I could her ever really tell her how I felt. What? That sounds like, gosh. Something you'd want? Something you'd what? Then she went down on me and I just completely, totally melted under her. I really wish I'd done the same for her, even though she's pretty much a natural at making me cry out and I'd never know what I'm doing, but we'd pretty much both passed out right there before I could. When we woke up, we were both just all tangled up together naked, on top of her sheets, and she slept with her head on my waist. I really, really didn't want to leave. I hate the mornings after. Why did our amazing evenings have to end? Nothing at all. I don't find it romantic even slightly. Okay. I'm just so in love with her. I wish it was possible to spend an entire day with her and not having to work and scramble in the morning, and why don't we already live together? It's not fair. Okay. When did I start recording? I don't know, but I think I'm gonna end it here. So, yeah, we'll continue next time with hearing about the mornings after in a different perspective. And then more new council stuff. So young. I don't know who this is. Oh well. Oh well. I'm gonna end it here. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.